Hello, welcome back friends to your channel. Today I am going to explain the agriculture resources as we have studied the role and relation of agriculture with the non-agriculture sector. Before starting this point, I am going to explain for you that if we have such a structure for in our presentation of our paper, it will be very better that to point out the main points which we are explaining for our topic, like 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct the explanation, or to have this signal sign, to have every signal will be here around. It will show an attraction for our paper. This is especially for those whom they are recently in the first year and they are willing to have no explanation. I will explain for them as well. So we are coming to the point, agriculture resources. In agriculture resources we have many variety of sources for agriculture, that it is also very hazardous section of the sector, that if any of the sources of agriculture has been affected by any reason, the crops will be affected. There are internal linkage with each other. That is very important to know, that the optimum land utilization is important in agriculture. If by producting in agriculture sector, we have to consider mainly on the land utilization. Whenever we are using the term land, it comes the soil. The soil is the first factor and first source of agriculture. According to the ICAR, ICAR is the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. It has been explained that there are 8 types of soil in India for agriculture, that they are growing, and they have recognized that which soil is affected good for which crops in which place of the India, in which state. And this technique is a very best technique for the Indian that they have adopted on 1960 century. The main point is there also has been mentioned about the soil erosion. Soil erosion is the valuable and the top layer of the land, which it has been it needs more than 15 years to naturally create 1 centimeter of this oil. Yet all the world is facing this challenge, that they can't make it out of naturally. So this in the soil section we also can be connected, as the time is limit and the space is limit. I have to explain very fastly, and also I did not mention the points here. That is the problems standing against the soil, like the soil pollution, like the way affecting of the chemicals, cyanides, etc. So I did not mention all those things. If you can have time, if you are reading, studying, those points are also related today, but that is in the field of agriculture. As an economic, we are only looking to the soil is as a source of agriculture. How many types of soil we have in India? We have according to the ICAR, we have 8 types of soil, and the soil erosion is the important that we should know about. The soil erosion is the top layer of the land, which we are putting the crops or growing to that. And the second point is the water. Water is as it is important in our life, it is also important in the agriculture and any other human and agriculture and animals life. That as is a God gifted actually for all over the world, even in earth. The agriculture in India except India, also the Southeast Asian country, all are depending to their monsoon. Most of them, their agriculture is depending to the monsoon. If their monsoon there are more lots of rainfall, then they will have a good condition of water. And if there is no rainfall, there is problem of they will face with the high level of water. In India, most of the agriculture is depending on the on the monsoon and rainfall. But according to the census, it has shown that the 370 million hectare yearly water is coming through rainfall. But 80%, 80 million hectare, sorry, 80 million hectare has been comes to the agriculture, to the land, and it has been getting to the land, and extra waste other of that is going to the ground, underground water, and the extra water through the rivers, they are going to the sea. This since this number, this static number has been given only for India. This is not from the current year which we are studying in 2018. This is belong to the very past year, as I have studied in a book which has been published in 2007. From that book I have written this point, and I couldn't find the recent year, and there is also some other numbers which has been given in 2012, 2014. That every year it has been changing. The 370 million hectare water has been rainfall. So 80 million hectare of us then has come to the agriculture, and some of them has been taken to the agriculture, and the extra is going to the underground water. The next point is that agriculture also depends on the irrigation system. In 1963, the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has been adopted irrigation project, that the Temple of Modern India, by name of Temple of Modern India, he has been adopted. It has been worked very well. He has started the dam projects in all over India, and it has been worked very well. It has kept a lot of water for irrigation, and also India has another project of that time was canal project, that they have made canals for the agriculture section and all over in lots of states like Haryana. Also in Rajasthan, and but some criticism is also there, that they are saying that the dam project is dangerous for the floods, and it doesn't have the future stability, and also the canal system has been statistically, it has technically criticized that the water is again wastage, and canal system is not maintained very well for a long period of time. So these points are there, and the irrigation, the new modern technology, and the new recently time that they are using, that is the water well. Water well system is recently running in India for agriculture, and people are using this water well system. But this one has a problem, that during the specific time, the water and the underground water level is going down, and the wells are getting dry. So the agriculture again facing with the problem. But approximately somehow they have by using of technology, water pump and the water well, they have work very well, and they get a little bit come out, and still the problem of water in India is running, and it has been not solved at all, especially in lots of states like Rajasthan and other states like UP, and those states which are close to there. And the next point is the more important thing, source of agriculture is seeds. The seeds in any agriculture section, it will be Indian agriculture or any other agriculture, the seeds that which we are putting for our crops to grow up is very important source. Whatever we will grow, it will come out like that. So the seeds is very to utilize, to maximize product, we have to have take more importance for the seeds of the pattern, and this is the basic sources. These three are the basic sources which without they are like such a triangle of the agriculture. By absence of any of them, there is no agriculture. We can say without technology, we don't have agriculture. In the past period, when there was no technology, the traditional system was running, there was agriculture. But except these three, absence of any these three seeds, water and soil, we are not able to have agriculture, and agriculture is useless and meaningless. But one another important things has been counted into this one, that some people has been mentioned into their books, that the important between these three, one another thing is that is human endowment. If there is no human, if there is no one to cultivate, that means this is useless. But somehow some people are saying that agriculture is the not a natural things. Agriculture that we are cropping with these trees, that is the human made. Human has been find it out that we should seed in a crop and we will put out the result. The many books as I have studied, they have mentioned this. They have targeted this point that as a symbol of the agriculture. So as I am coming back to the third point, which is seeds. Recently in India they have been adopting HYV seed. HYV seed, high yielding variety of seeds that it has been, and during the 1960. 65 it has been adopted in India, and firstly Punjab and Haryana states has been brought from Mexico, and the high yielding variety of seed is very fast growing and maximum productivity of seed. It has a specific chapter. I will explain the high yielding variety of seed in its own chapter, because if I go all the points of this here, then nothing will remain for the high yielding variety of seed. And also the traditional seed. Traditional seed are those seeds which which has been producing the quality and quantity. The quality is very best, but the quantity is very least. The high yielding variety of seed, it means high, which whenever we use, it has a very high quantity but does not have a quality. Traditional seeds are also there and has been coming under the seeds section, but they has a very good quality, but does not have that much high quality. They are producing very least. The fourth point, which has been explained in many books as a source of agriculture, that is technique. Techniques. Which techniques do we use for the cultivation of our agriculture? The mainly points which we are explaining in the techniques, that is modern technologies and traditional technology. Animal farm using and then machineries using. Then which farm that we are using, it depends as a source of agriculture, depends on the techniques that we are using. The modern technology is very effective for the fertilizing of the soil, for the irrigation of the water, for the cultivation of the seeds. The modern technique has been effective and has been growing very well, but the traditional system also is working equally, but the quality is getting high and the quantity is getting low. For example, the traditional technique has lots of weak points, but the only one positive points that we are using, that is the according to the economics, the employment, for collecting of the gross the crops from the lands, we will use lots of human forces. According as the India is a heavy population, it provides many jobs for the country, for the people, and as the modern technology, and the wastage of the product is also there in this has been mentioned. And many books has been go deeply. Whenever if you study deeply these points, it has a lots of criticism. It has been criticized by many economists, and they have said that the positive and negative of both things. The positive of modern technology is very high, and also the positive and negative point of traditional is also very high level. And as we have mentioned these 2 points, but we will study traditional and modern technology of agriculture will be our next point in the second unit of our syllabus. The technology is mentioned here, and we will go one by one. Dear friends, do not forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends with your through WhatsApp, Facebook, and all. And also I'm thanking all from all friends those who have been subscribed my channel. Recently I am in the 3rd day of my channel. I have installed my channel, so I have received more than 50 or 80 above subscribes. So thank you all whom they have subscribed and they watch my channel, and keep it on. I will also continue to this, and until my last year I'm in India, and my job is to study, and also as Rasulullah said, learn and teach others, study and teach others. I will follow this. Thank you so much. Come again.